last night I went to black tie ball, Valentine's ball. It's a happy Valentine's Day for those people watching. Didn't really get in till 1 o'clock in the morning. I managed to get 9 hours sleep, so still kicking off the day relatively late. I preferred to have been out about an hour ago, maybe 2. But I guess in these situations you've got to be flexible and work with those around you. I'm off out for a 9-mile run and then this evening a swim, and my wife, my partner, is at home for the majority of the day on her own. So I guess this comes down to where communication is key within my journey and within the journey of those looking really to commit fully to the training, because there's always going to be something. So I was hesitant about going last night on the basis that because the training, or I'm fully committed and immersed within the training, I didn't want or wanted to avoid there being any not conflict, not necessarily in a negative way, but conflict or questioning why I was driving, why we weren't getting a cab, why I wanted to leave particularly early and didn't want to go afterwards anywhere else. I think it's hard for people to really understand the type of commitment, or the masses to understand the type of commitment that you have to go through when you want to do something like this. And it's no different to a university graduate studying for their exams and immersing themselves fully within that project, and ultimately closing many of the social doors around them. For me, last night was a real test. Obviously I'm not drinking. My diet, I'm looking after my diet, so I wasn't having any of the puddings, and it can become, if you're not around people that are understanding, it can become awkward in a sense, because they start to question, oh Ben, why aren't you having a pudding? Why aren't you drinking? Then you feel you have to explain, and I don't mind explaining to people what I'm doing. I'm particularly proud of what I'm doing. But there are some who may not have gone through a physical challenge in their life that don't really understand it. Because of their certain belief structures, it's not something that normal people do. So yeah, last night was good, equally enjoyable. It is funny watching people who have had excessive alcohol and you're completely sober. So it's that's an interesting concept. Didn't get in till 1 o'clock. Was really keen on having some food when I got in. I just managed to get a banana, took a banana with me. Drunk just with water, and woken up this morning ready to go and do this 9-mile run. It's a lovely day, so I thought I'd get out and see if I can find this trail. It wasn't one that I was expecting to do so early on in my training, but I think it's worth a crack considering the weather's particularly clear. I just hope there's not so much, the ground isn't so wet. I spoke briefly about communication. So I mentioned communication being an important factor, and I think it's key to really keep communication open and control how you want to deliver the message about what you're doing, how it needs a certain element or level of discipline. And I seem to have got with friends and family, oh, I know Johnny, he's done a Tough Mudder or some kind of event like that. And although you don't want to belittle the smaller events, and it's about encouraging others to do more of this kind of stuff, it's also hard for people to gauge the difference in the discipline and the training required. So I guess what I've done pre-training is really nurse people into what I'm doing, and that I won't be around so much, and the commitment needed, and I won't be going out for many lunchtime meals. And you don't have to be as disciplined as this, but I guess it depends on where you are in the fitness spectrum. If you're already an endurance athlete and a marathon runner and have possibly got a few Ironmans behind you or 70.3s, then perhaps you don't need to be as disciplined or as committed or as rigid in your training schedule. And sure, I'm not sticking to a diet plan, I've said that before. But there are certain things that I'm not going to be consuming because they're just not supportive to the end result. One of them is, large chocolate puddings. And there's some dietitians out there that have said, or endurance dietitians that have said, to keep the sanity, go 80-10-10. But for me, because I've been living possibly in the the more generous side of that 10%, do what you want, and I've had a lot of naughty foods or unsupportive foods over the last several months. I don't think there's any need really for me to be consuming the 10%, and it's such a little time. I've got day 5 in now, so 95 days left. When you think about it, that's not a lot of time. Shame you can't see this view at the moment over here. At one of the highest points in the area over the South Downs, just overlooking a stunning valley. Try later in the training program to maybe get some hill climbs in around here. It is truly spectacular. So the body today is feeling good, despite obviously a late night. The body's feeling good and feeling comfortable and confident. The legs aren't aching. I've got a rest day tomorrow. Mondays are my rest days. So it seems relatively flooded. Yeah, Monday's going to be my rest day. Only one rest day a week. This area all around me, just north of Arundel in a place called Amberley, and it all floods. This River Arun floods. I'm just heading up to the old Amberley Working Museum. I hope to find a parking space around here. It's a heritage centre. Here I am at Amberley, Just about to start a 16-kilometre along the South Downs way. Haven't been along here for, must be in excess of 20 years, so it's going to be interesting to see how I get on. And I don't know whether you can see behind me, got some steep climbs to get on with. So I've just finished the run, literally just a couple of seconds ago. The battery ran out on my camera, so I only managed to get half of the trip, but
unbelievable run, awesome day. We're running cross country, bags and bags of people around, and tough, really tough. Mostly climbs, believe it or not, all the way there. You'll see on the video, and you can just imagine what it was like on the return. Felt pretty good. Wasn't running at a particularly fast pace, just a comfortable pace, because I just wanted to finish it and feel good about finishing it. We're going to head back home now, grab some food. Just keeping, going to fuel up now with a banana and a bar and some electrolyte mix. So yeah, catch up with you later. Just got home and cooked this up. Chorizo, cooked with steak, and a mixed leaf salad with tomatoes, balsamic glaze, salt and pepper. Just arrived at the gym ready for a swim. I'm going to do 1700 meters divided into 250s, and then the last bit might do 50-meter sprints or best pace, see how I get on. Feeling a little sore from this morning's run, mostly the quads from going downhill. Calves feel pretty good, comfortable, so see how we get on now. So I just finished 1700 meter swim. That was hard. Body's, I think, kicking in and lethargic from the week, but looking forward to a rest day tomorrow. So now, as always, home to get some food and then nice and early night. So I've just got in from swimming and thrown together a risotto. Bags of flavour, really quick and simple to make. So we've got chorizo, celery, white onion, paprika, the risotto rice itself, white wine, and some salt and pepper, and that's it. It can be made and consumed within 30 minutes. So there we have it, risotto with a bit of salad, bags of flavour, quick and simple and easy to make.